Hey love bugs, this is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, or if you feel like you can really truly relate with the message I'm sending out, go ahead and give a thumbs up and share. And if you're needing a prayer of love, upliftment, and frequency of vibes sent your way, send it a million times fold. If you're sending nefarious vibes for any, anything that seeks to destroy the vibe or destroy, send that back to you a million times fold. Somebody's gonna have love and blessings. And the video I'm sending towards your way is called Twin Flame 101. Your anointing is really triggering. I seen what was it? These two I screenshotted these. It's called Sometimes God Doesn't Stop You from Being Thrown into the Furnace because He has a point to prove to people that threw you in it. And if the attacks on your spirit is getting stronger, that means that the enemy is scared and keep going. And that is damn true. I'm going to use one of those as a thumbnail for this video. I wasn't going to do no video today, but y'all want to apologize for the video I put out the other day because I was in my feelings. I ain't even going to lie. But I was like, you know what, I'm going to say this because it's on my mind because, a lot of us is going through a lot of things that we don't speak on. There'll be different things that we're going through is very traumatic and you're really trying to heal. But there's just so many things you getting pissed off about and you want people to pay for it. It'll be those different things where it just feel like, you get mad at God, like, why you know what they're doing. And you know what people are doing is just not right, it's not fair, and you're getting tired of people getting away with it. And that's how I be feeling, especially when it comes to my dad and stuff like that. It was just constantly, it was more about money. Nobody cared about, who gave my dad that pill, how come nobody wasn't arrested for it, because it's not an overdose, that shit was murder, and I felt that way. But, I do want to apologize for that. I was just in my feelings about it. But, I took a few days, because it's like when it comes to April, I get like that. I've been like that all the time, since I found out. But it's like when it comes to April, it gets closer and closer to it, I get really depressed. And, it's already hard losing a parent. But when you lose a parent and he's up, in a celebrity situation, and I never got closure from that or ever got to meet him, and I said it's just a blessing on being, where you can be able to talk to people that cross over, that's somewhat a blessing, but it's harder too. And it's just like, you being spiritually sensitive, you got to feel not just your pain, but everybody attached to him that's a lot worse. But it just seemed like things get worse and worse and worse because people know I'm not giving up on that. I want my dad to get his justice. I want him to be able to be at peace. And I'm not giving up on that. And people that are attached to this situation really has been coming at me hard. And it always gets like this right before his anniversary. And I really, I know all the magic people been putting on me. And it's just like, like I told my ex, and I constantly keep doing that. I say, every time y'all keep trying to do stuff to me, I get very aware of what you're doing, what you're trying to do. And I become very aware. And I notice that the more I heal, the more I become aware, like, oh, here comes the death spell, or, oh, you trying to confuse me, you're trying to close my third eye, you're trying to make me question my gut, my intuition. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give up, try to change my destiny, you're using divination, all that shit. I know when y'all doing it, and I say every time you keep doing it, it's being blocked and it goes back. Stop. I already know when y'all trying to, tarot cards reading on me on the daily, and they keep telling you the same thing. You keep getting warnings, keep on ignoring it, and it keeps on going back to y'all. They're like, oh, we ain't doing that, stuff like that. That's crazy, this and this and that. And I said, it's not the fact that I know you're doing it, but it's not working. That's the reason why you keep saying you're not doing it, because it's not working. I keep telling y'all that. Every time you do that, I'm very aware. And it's like, I'll tell anybody, and anybody can agree with me. It's like, the more you heal, it's like you're really going through a lot of dark night of the soul. A lot of your old memories are coming up because you're clearing a lot of things. You're going through a spiritual rebirth. And it's just like now it just seems like you're going through a lot more challenging things because you're growing. You're making room for a lot more in your life. You're letting go of a lot of things that no longer serves you. You're cutting off a lot of people even when you don't want to. It'd be people that you really love. And then you got people where you're really seeing it. Before you didn't have the courage to deal with them, to not deal with them because you're hurt, or you've been dealing with them for so long and you become attached and you start making excuses up. Now it's like, is this person even healthy for you? You dealing with people out of comfort. It was like, you'll hear step out your comfort zone. It's like, and you already see the shit toxic as hell. It's like, how am I become toxic? How the hell did I become comfortable? This ain't comfortable. You've been, and it's not. And the way I look at it, when you're telling you you're not comfortable because the situation is like very toxic, it's like you become accustomed to that. And that's where I'm in my situation, where I'm in a situation where I'm past ready to go. But it had to be at that point where God makes things very uncomfortable for you. And it'll be at that situation where God will sometimes allow certain things to happen. Like he won't allow things where it'll become detrimental to you, because he'll protect you when it comes to that. But he will allow certain things to happen just to prove a point to you and to prove a point to your enemies. And there are a lot of things when you start stepping into your power, because your enemies don't want you knowing exactly who you are. Because when you know who you are and you already said, I'm at that point where as soon as I said that, my daggone thing done went off. The ding ding. As soon as I did that damn thing went ding ding. As soon as you know when you are, because you are intimidating the hell out of them. It's like with mine, they've been doing all these death spells and going all up in my intuitive, trying to figure out who my kingdom husband is so they can destroy that, because they don't want to be in pure happiness, because they know when that happens, it's a wrap. When you I'm coming in my power, it's already a wrap. But when that happens, when it comes to being with my counterpart, they already know that's a wrap. And I said, this is a personal problem. This ain't my problem. What I do and who I'm doing it with is none of your damn business. And I always sit up here and say, where y'all are so focusing on who I'm with, what I deserve. It ain't up to you what you feel like I deserve. That's my business. I can be with who I want to be with. You can be with who you want to be with. And I say, I wish the way these people so focused on my life, the way you put energy on trying to stop something. I said, and I tell, because I already know my enemies are watching me. You don't realize every time you trying to put black magic on me and try to stop something, do you not know you're speeding it up? You just really don't know that you are trying so hard to make sure if you didn't do something and you didn't do it illegal, you have nothing to worry about. You did it. You don't realize that every time you keep trying to hold that truth and making sure you can pay everything off to make sure it's not, you are actually speeding that up. Make that make sense. Okay, you making it make sense. Everything you fearing, that ain't gonna happen. They always say, what you fearing, you manifest. Oh my God, we can't make sure this comes out. And that's what anybody. People are trying to add fear to your life. They keep on saying, anybody who has to make a mob to not like you, you got to gather groups to make sure they don't like you. You know you are a powerful person. When people make sure you have nothing, they try to block your love, trying to make sure they don't block your money. You are a powerful individual. I have nothing, and yet people are still hating on me. You know you are a powerful person. I mind my business. I don't bother nobody, and yet people are all out here making a villain out of me. I don't bother with nobody. I don't want nobody in this house, but yet I'm bothering you. I'm bothering you. I don't want to be with nobody in this house. I'm ready to move on with my life. And it's just like with my situation, I just came to terms. People are just not wanting to change. People don't want to heal. People don't want to tell the truth. And I've come accepting of that. I'm ready to move on with my life. And people don't want that for me. And I said, I'm not going to give up with my justice. I'm not going to, give up, with my peace. I'm not going to give up with my happiness. You try to demonetize my channel. You try to get it taken down because I'm very passionate about that. You don't want me to tell the truth. And I'm always going to tell the truth. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to prove. I'm just very passionate about it. And I'm very transparent. And then when you're doing that, that makes people very intimidated. You can come off natural. You know, and I tell people, when you're very natural about things, I don't have to regurgitate anything that I've said. If anything that I get from anybody, I try to credit them for that. Like, I'll be something that I say, you know, if I can't remember their name, I'm like, dang, I got this from somebody, but I can't remember. But if I do, you know, I try to, you know, make sure, oh, I got this from Trent Shelton, or I got this quote from Lauryn Hill, or I got this from Jay Sheedy, or, you know, or the Hard Man, or something like that. You know, make sure I give credit where credit due. I'm not going to steal somebody's stuff and say that I had that mess happen to me a lot of times before. And I don't like it. You know, at least if you're going to take some of mine, give me my credit. Don't try to regurgitate my stuff and then make it off your own. I've had people do stuff like that. You know, and I don't like people, you know, stealing my stuff and giving their own self credit for something you already know you didn't come up with that idea. But it's just like, you know, I got too many people so focused on trying to make sure I stay hidden, or you want me to stay quiet because it's too much. I give my title holds weight to it than their character. You know, and I always say, you know, there's always people making sure I don't get recognition for what I do. I said I'm not looking out here to earn brownie points with people. I want to be able to do what I can do because I want to be able to share a blessing with somebody, and I'm not trying to get brownie points for doing it. I want to do stuff because that's what I'm passionate about with doing. And me sharing my truth with somebody, help somebody get clarity and peace from it, that's my blessing for today. And I'm not looking for credit for doing that. It's just me being able to share a blessing with that. You know, you're going through a lot of hardship and pain, and you will soon begin able to get clarity and peace from that. And we're doing that every day by healing, giving ourselves that chance. There's going to be some days that are very hard to be able to want to not get out the bed in the morning, wanting to not be here anymore because the pain gets so great. I get like that at times. And it's not easy being who we are. You being a Heyoka, we always doing dumb shit half backwards. When it can be, so, you know, because the universe be like, it's so easy to do that. And then if it's so easy, why the hell ain't you doing it? Okay, you're like, yeah, we doing our job by helping and support you. That's what we are, haters, and haters doing what they need to do. Even our haters and our enemy. That's why I be telling you helping me. I don't hate you. You doing enough of that for me. You hate yourself. You know, and they don't like it when I'm transparent like that. I say, you hate me because I'm being myself. You creating up lies about me being the most hateful person in the world. You doing the best thing you do, because it's just like, if that's what they say I am, I'm always going to be an enemy. I'm always going to be an enemy in somebody's story. And that's fine. I said the big difference between me and you, I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses. I don't care if you don't like me. That's okay. You don't like you either. You know, I mean, I'm at that point in my life where I'm just not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. You know, it is just at that point, I can't be, if I have to lie about some stuff, I'm just not going to say anything. Because somebody asks me something, I'm just like, you say, how come you ain't saying nothing? Because I'm just not wanting to. I'm just not wanting to, because I don't want to have to remember. If I got to lie to you, I don't want to do that, because if you come back 15 years from now and you got to ask me that, I don't want to have to lie. Because I don't like keeping up with that, because lies you got to keep up, because you may not get the same answer than you did last time. So I just don't like lying about stuff like that. And I'm being very transparent, you know, go through some stuff just to go through some stuff. And it's just like with this situation, you know, that's like federal, you know, and different things is going on. And it's just that I'm at that point now where I have to constantly heal. You know, you have to understand, I'm dealing with a lot of people that are very wounded, and you sitting up here hurting people that didn't even hurt you. And I had to be at that point right now. I have to constantly allow myself to don't, you know, bust a brain cell trying to understand why people did this. But it's just like, you know, this has something to do with their childhood and stuff like that. And, you know, they're not wanting to heal from it. That's okay. I'm sitting up here breaking a generational curse that I don't have this travel down that. But it's just like I'm gaining strength from this, you know. And for me gaining strength from that is for me to allow myself to step back. And it's just like a lot of people that gone through something like this didn't end well. I didn't become a Menendez brothers or anybody else that I went through some stuff like this. It ended worse, and it's just, I'm glad about that. You overcoming a lot of things, and just from you sharing the experience, it's like, oh yeah, you had to go through this and you've gone through that, and you're healing from it. And for you to be able to heal from this is just like you're going to be helping other people that gone through things that feel like you can't heal from anything like this. And you're going to be able to tell somebody, hey, I went through this and I healed. And from what you're healing from, I had everything that was robbed from me. Don't see my children anymore. Me and my children were like ace boons, and then I have nobody, but I have myself. Had everybody talk about me under the sun. But what was more important, the worst thing that after losing all my children, my grandchildren, the worst thing to lose is yourself. What you think about yourself is what truly matters. There's people out there to be pleasing everybody, and it's just like there's always gonna be somebody who's, you're gonna lose yourself trying to please everybody. You had to be okay with, there's some people that just not gonna like you. There's gonna be some people that ain't gonna understand you. It's okay not being liked. There's always gonna be somebody there's something about that person. And a lot of times it's, there's some real creepy stuff about people, or it's just your anointing that really just triggers the mess out of somebody. You just being yourself. There's a lot of people out here wearing these fake masks. They fake as all is a $3 bill, because they always feeling like, oh, I've seen people that always having this fake persona about them. And I'm looking at it like, it has to be hard being you. I used to tell my mom's ex-husband, wife, that it has to be hard being you. Girl, what you talking about? You being fake as hell? And she used to get mad about me, saying, what makes you think I'm fake? Because you are. You don't act like that. You acting all bougie and stuff like that. And as soon as they leave, you ghetto as hell. That's your real you right there. As soon as somebody ready to square up with her, then all of a sudden she started getting scary. I was like, it would be one of those different things. But it's just like, it's like all BS aside, but, it's like when I really step out and not being in my feelings, and having to sit down with universe and God, when I had to be out of my hurt and out of my pain, and it's like, take a real good look at yourself. Look at how many things you have overcome. Actually looking at the glass half full. It's so easy to be a negative standpoint. It's so easy to be pessimistic. Look at the good things that you have gone through. Look at how many people I really showed them how they really felt about you when times got hard. When all you had was just wisdom, love, and compassion that you had to offer. You got hellified people for you when you had money in your pocket. When you want to go shopping, when you want to go gossip, look at how many people you had around you. But when stuff got really hard, look at how many people you had around you when you needed something. I had all the people around me when I had money. Okay? And then when you were the one, you were that one that was like, when stuff got really hard, you ready to put a foot in somebody's ass for somebody, coming up on somebody sideways, talking to the side of their neck. When you came mama bear, when stuff, you were ready to go square up with somebody when they were trying to hurt somebody you love. But now when the shoe was on the other foot, how many people were there for you when you needed that? Nobody. When things got hard for you, you were left by yourself. You didn't have nobody to defend you. And that mess hurt deep. And I had to learn that real quick. I had to get adulterized. That ain't even a word if it is a word, I patent that, And I had to be that way. And it was like, I was in that salty moment. I was in my feelings. And, I got mad, like, started thinking about all the people I stood there for. Oh, I remember I was there for this person, there for that person, there for that person. They benefited off me very well because they knew the weaknesses to hit for when they needed something. But then when it came to that side, that's when God got real. Now, when you go through a spiritual awakening, all of a sudden people dropped like fly. They hauled ass like roaches when the lights came on. Them cucarachas. When lights came on, they scattered. Okay? And that's when God started putting you through that spiritual awakening that spirit. There was a part of you you didn't know. And times got really hard for you. And that lets you know that's where, like they say, I want to show you, I'll show you you when I show me your friends and I'll show you you. And that's when times got really real for you. And that's becoming a spiritual, it awakens you. It shows you for a real thing. And that mess hurts you. And it's not there to hurt you like you're punished, but this is showing you I'm about to put you on a real life journey where blessings lies ahead. But there's a lot of people you cannot take with you. And the ones that stuck by your side through thick and thin with you, those are the ones I'm going to take with you. But these fake ass people you got around you, it could be your kids, it can be your friends, it can be your family, it can be your wife, your husband, your baby mama, your baby daddy, your concubine, you know, all those different people. The ones that stay by your side, those are the ones that you're going to take with you. The ones that are not there to be benefiting off of you. The ones that's going to piggyback off of you. The ones that's only there for you when times were convenient for them. Those are the ones that can't go with you because you about to have a big blessing on you. And those are the ones that I'm going to show you who cannot go with you. I'm serving up a plate for you, serving up a table for you, where all these fools gonna be around you, but they can't eat. I don't care if I got all type of stuff there. Do you had a full table? And folks started to pull out the table like, hold up, whoa. It was like, wait a minute, but I see all these chairs and all this delicious food. Okay, but God was like, okay, yeah, but I can see it. No, you didn't. He was like, but there was a whole lot of food here. She said, I made this table for her. Okay? I made this table for her. Never once did I have any place settings here for you. Do you see your name on any of these tags? They were like, no. They went around all this table. And God get really humorous, and I love God's dark humor. He said, oh, remember when she needed $1 for this, and you got really cocky with her? But remember when you needed a place to stay? She was there for you, and she fed you in the middle of the night when your stomach was growling. But when she asked you for this, you act like she was beneath you. Or you got smart with her when all she was telling you the truth. Or remember when you did this to her, but when she did this for you. I mean, God start reminding them, oh, he don't forget nothing. Carmen never forgets her address. And they're going to feel mighty low. Or I seen a screenshot where there's going to be a lot of people going to be mad as hell for listening to what they heard about you. And that's going to be that. And there's a lot of things that you're healing on, that your enemies are those so-called situationships, and that don't always got to be with somebody you laying with, but there's situationships within friends. You know, I look at a lot of people, you know, I unfollowed and people that I've known for years, and they start hearing through the grapevine when I found out this, and they would call me. And I mean, these are people that I was friend with for years. Hey, Roslynn. I'm like, who's this? Such and such. Who? You remember? Oh! And these people I don't know since middle school. Now I forgot all about them. And they were like, damn, she gonna ask me who? And that was the only person I known by that name. And I went, who is this? I ain't heard from you that long. I forgot about you. Because they done heard through the grapevine. Or it was somebody that I knew that unfriended me and they had enough nerve. I unfriended and they don't have enough nerve to friend me back. Just because the fact is you wanted to see if it was true. Because I put side by side picture of me and my daddy and we looked just alike. And people had this emoji. It was like one of them emojis like, God dog. Or they were like, is this true? I'm like, yeah, what? Man, what do you expect? You know, you asked me a question, I gave you the answer. I'm like, shit, you can see by damn genetics. You know, it'd be different stuff like that. But it's just at that point, the more you grow, and the more you heal, you start recognizing energy. And the more you start recognizing energy, you stop taking word for it. Now it's at that point where you're seeing words energy, and actions. If this is, words ain't gonna be shit. You know what I'm saying? Words ain't gonna be shit no more. Now you gonna start looking at, is the words, the actions, and the energy, is that all mapping? Now it's at that point where even when people are coming out pulling parents on me, I already know. I'm so at that point where I'm not saying I'm all the way healed. I'm healing, not healed. You know, hood and holy is not, you know, that's not all the way aligned yet, but it's going, it's collabing. Okay, it ain't all the way alive, but it's definitely collabing. But it's going those different things. But it's just at that point where I done healed so much. When you got your evil intent, it's like, when I promise you, all of them folks that's coming in to have that duty to feel like they're going to be a hitman, when I tell you they all carry that same energy, they all carry that same energy. And I keep looking them right dead in their eye. And when I say, they always say anybody who's coming to do some evil, nefarious stuff to you, if you look them right dead in their eye, I don't know what it is, they cannot do it. Now look them right dead in their eye. I'm like, okay, you go ahead. I already know what you coming here to do. Like, hey, what's up? And they're like, how does she know what we about to do? I know. You know, and it's always been that way with me. But it's just like God is always showing me, you are powerful. More powerful than you can give yourself credit for. It's like that anointing in me. I've never been in a situation where I've almost had my life taken so many times. In the last 4 or 5 years I've had that, and it's probably been going on longer than that. God's just protected me that many times. It's like I guarantee, I can guesstimate that my ex and them has just had me almost taken out like for the last 3 years. But it's probably been 3 times in the last 3 years they got up close and personal with me. That many times I look them right dead in their eyes and they can never do it. You know, and actually be here and live to tell it, you know, and now allow me to say I'm blessed, you know, and they try to, you know, they get pissed off at me because I should have been gone a long time ago. And I know that's what really intimidates them, because everything they try is never working. And I'm just like, but yet you still have not came. It's just like me saying you've been stupid on purpose. It's like everything that you're doing is not working, but you keep trying it though, and I got to give you effort for that. And I'm not even being funny. I applaud you for that. And it's just like me being on my positive side. You don't realize how much that's giving me strength, because it fuels me to keep going. It really does. It's like you keep allowing me. You keep giving me more fuel. That is like I'm transmuting that. Everything you keep throwing my way, I transmute that to keep helping me grow, keep helping me heal. It ain't for you. You are doing your exact job, and that's it. Only keeps helping me manifest more and more and more to get where I need to be. And that's what you're doing. It's like when you're going through your journey and you keep having people hurt you, you keep having people trying to do all they can to block your destiny, your union, your happiness, your blessings, your abundance. They're helping you. They're doing their exact thing. It's like Cat Williams said, they're doing your job. You got haters. If you have not went 5 years down, you can have 5 haters. If you have not in 5 years manifest to 20 haters, you ain't doing something right. If you're not on that road to where you got people trying to do all they can to block your blessings, something wrong. Robbers don't never rob an empty house. If your attacks ain't coming in stronger, something wrong. You ain't got no haters. You ain't doing something right. I got people trying to do all they can to stop me because that's intimidating to them. They don't want me happy. They don't want me having money, and they don't want me having anything. There's days I sit up here and cry and I get mad at God, like, why are you not stopping them? What makes you think I'm not? Just because you don't see what's going on, they getting karma left and right. Every day I got somebody sitting up here doing black magic on me. And God said, because it's me, just because I know I got one under the roof. I got one down the street. I got one up the street. And people feel like just because we ain't in the house, I'm not getting karma. I'm like, do you think just because you move, don't think that God and universe don't see what you're doing? When they ready to pick your ass up and go to jail, you don't think they ain't gonna know where to find you at? Just because I don't know where you at, karma always know where to get you. You can't hide. I'm like, you cannot hide. I'll be looking at, just because I don't know, God see everything you're doing, and He keeping count. I see right now I'm getting a damn download. My damn scalp itching like hell. But it's just like you're going through all these different things, and you're growing. And I know it can be hard at times. Like right now, I'm very chill. And I can sit up here and see, you're going through things, and God know you tired. And I'll be looking at Him like, I know you tired. I know you fed up. And I'm looking at it, but yeah, you still got me here. You still got me going through it, so what's your point? I'll be looking at Him like, if you don't leave me alone. And I'll be looking at, I'm like, look, I'm trying so hard not to roll my eyes at you and not have me some choice words. If you don't stop talking to me. And I'm looking like, God trying to get me there. I know I may not understand His ways or what His point He trying to prove, and I'm really not trying to be disrespectful to Him, but I know He trying to get me my blessings. I may not understand how He doing it, but I need to just trust in what He doing, because He know what He doing. He's just not doing it in the way I thought He would, and I know He gonna get me where I need to be. Because if there was the case for me not being here and and they were gonna win, I would have left this way. I would have left out a long time ago. But it's like everybody, they did all the other things and it went the way they wanted to. But the way they keep on trying to treat me like they treated everybody else. If you walk in karma, and that's what I am. Because they'll notice that they, a lot of times, God, you'll go through something and it'll be, if you ever notice where there's always that one person that will get over on a lot of people. And that's where you come in. And that's where you come in. And you will be that kind-hearted person. And they'll be that person that they messed up when they messed with you. And they remind me of Vin Diesel. Anybody watch Vin Diesel with Pitch Black? And that dude Johns, that one asshole I cannot stand. I remember when he played on The Family That Prays when Kathy Bates was his mama. It ain't what you say, but it's your private thoughts that give me pause. When she said that, it's like your private thoughts is what give me pause. And it's like he already knew he was even trying to one up on his mama. And his mama was the smartest thing. It's like, he said, you act like me. And it's like she was trifling too. And she already knew he was trying to get over, and she ended up messing his dad. She did her son without lubrication. How you gonna turn on your son like that? Because she already knew he would mess her over, knowing she already had her backup plan. Just like with these fools. And then it's like, oh, that person gonna get got. Because just like with my situation, they've been good at getting on everybody until they mess with you. They picked you. And it's like, oh, okay, you want to screw all over people? How about I make you screw up on the wrong person? They picked you on the wrong day. Picked the right person on the wrong day. Now they're going to get karma. Not just for everybody that you sit up here and screwed over, but you going to be that one that's going to serve that karma and serve them right. Just like me. You don't got off on everybody, but I got you to get right on the wrong person. And we about to start, they're going to learn today. And that is going to be the worst day in holy hell. They're going to catch theirs. They're going to get it for the old, the good, and the new. Okay? And they about to get that. And it's about to be the worst things. And it's not going to be, and it's just, and I'll be looking at how things are going nowadays. And we should look at it. Look at Trump, R. Kelly, P. Diddy. Everything's coming out. It's just how the way. And even Kim Porter from God Rest Her Soul, she buried up the street. And it's like she over here kicking and screaming about it. And it just so happened to come out on her anniversary. And I already knew when she died. I already looked at P. Diddy. I already know. And I'm going to leave that alone. And it just so happened to come out on her anniversary. I know she over here cheesing, skinning, and gritting. You about to go down. I said, y'all better be careful about that. Even people with money is going down. And it's like money don't buy all type of secrets. But watch how you bury him and watch how him come back. The truth of the Walking Dead. Everything coming out. Okay? And that's how it is. It's just like in 2024, if you add that up, it was 8. That means karma. Everything is coming out. Truth is coming. Weinstein, Epstein, Sidestein. You ought to see all that stuff is coming up. Karma's a mug. She a bitch. She come out. They never forget an address. You can go hide and all that stuff. You can go in caves, everything. She gonna still find you. And that's why it's just like, you know, a lot of times it takes a little bit longer than it do. But it's just like you gonna get yours and what's due. You know, a lot of times it can hurt when you are always that person that's nice, very generous. And it's just like, I'll be looking at God like, you know, I did my thing. But it made me feel like I done killed a whole family tree on the stuff that I'm going through. I'm not a perfect person. I never said I was. I never said I ain't do things to where I done paid my debt. Because I done did a lot of jacked up things to people. I done did hurtful things to people and never felt like I was going to have consequences. But I've done it. I have. You know. And I did a lot of things that I wasn't proud of, but I repented. You know, I have my good days as well as my bad days. But now it's like when I really had to get out my feelings. You know, I really had to get out my feelings, you know, because it's like every day I have to heal. Every day I got to take my power back. Every day I have to let go. But when I look back, it's just like a lot of things that was sent to destroy me. Like I said on my last video, I got through a lot of things that I should have been going a long time ago. I was doomed from the womb. Okay, born and you know, stayed in the hospital, you know, first years of my life. And it was just like, I can't go to no hospitals. I can't sit there. It's like all those daggone vibes, the voices, the sicknesses, everything goes on. I start getting heebie-jeebies and stuff like that. When you start hearing all them sicknesses and stuff, anybody who's very highly intuitive, it's just something about us. You can't stay in the hospital too long. Because you start, you know, anybody, if you on that vibe, anybody who goes to the hospital, you get very, very antsy. It's like when I had my hysterectomy, as soon as I got out of there and I was able, I'm like, can I go home? Because this around the time I was very heavy in smoking cigarettes and weed. I said, can I go outside and smoke a cigarette? Oh, no, you on the baby board. Then I can go home. And they were like, you just had a hysterectomy. Not even 15 minutes when they sent me to my room. Can I go smoke a cigarette? No, because you going to stay here. I ain't had no baby. I ain't going to be nowhere around the baby. You can't come back up out here. Then you can send me my papers. I'm ready to go home. You sure? Yep. Tell my doctor I'm ready to go home. I need my weed. I need my cigarettes. I can't be, not being up here. I can't. They were like, you know, they were already hoping I would have died in surgery and stuff like that. I didn't, but I went home the same day. I can't do all that, you know. And it was like, when I look at the situation I'm in now, since I'm woke, you know, it shows me all the stuff I went through as a child. All the near death. I done died so many times and came back. You know, and I really see how when they finally found out who, you know, my inner family knew that I was the descendant of my dad's and everything would have fallen on me, they would try to make sure I was out of here. And now when I see how far I made it and how strong I am despite of what I continue to go through, they're pissed. And now it's like when they did what they did, she cannot let this truth come out. If you go out, these are federal charges is pending. If this gets out, we done for. You might as well already know. You better get prepared. Because I'm not stopping. It ain't no way. You know, all the things y'all doing, and it has did nothing to me except made me blessed and made me so much stronger. So if you're going through different things, do not give up on your life. Even when things get dim, you keep going. If you got to take a break, you do that. But you do not quit on yourself. You keep going. You're a warrior. If you are a Heyoka, you anything, you know, there's a lot of people that leave comments to me, you know, like, Roslynn, I'm from Nigeria, or I'm a Romanian, or, you know, I'm from this. So it's just like, you're a hybrid. I don't know what God preparing us for, but you even, you know, if you're going through hardship, you're going through a lot of things, you don't understand how you made it through that. You know, but you fit a lot of the characteristics, but you feel like you got to be Native American. Like I said, the Mayans, the Incans, and all that, the Incas and stuff like that, they had like a universal switch up where there's a lot of the characteristics we have, but it had hidden characteristics to where we could not go by looking Native American. You had to be those ones that were hidden to a certain time. It kind of, the way I had to think about it, it's kind of like the Buffy and the Vampire Slayer type of situation. When it was like, anybody watched the Buffy and the Vampire Slayer, and it was like we were it was a high hidden activation thing where we were only supposed to be activated. We were going through all these trials and tribulations, and all of a sudden you were activated. Because it's like, if you've been with me for a while, I've had a lot of downloads. It's like we were hidden in the dirt. You had to go through all these crazy situations. Like, it was like deep-rooted trauma. And all the trauma that you went through were the tactics you had to go through. This is what initiated you through your warriorism. Your tribal warriorism is like you see like the different fire rituals where they're putting marks on you, the color marks, or you got tattoos. Like, I got tribals. I don't know why I was guided to have tribals. I have a big tribal on my stomach and a tribal on my back. And, always drawn the hieroglyphs, all the different Egyptians, like Anubis, Sekhmet, Maharat. I don't know why I keep on saying Maharat. Different stuff like that. Sekhmet, Nefertiti, Basset, and stuff like that. I got all the different jewelry and stuff. But it's like we're all coming together. Keep seeing all the fire rituals where the smoke turn blue, and you'll see different stuff that you're breathing in smoke of the different animals, or you're always with owls or wolves in the running in the forest and stuff like that. But it's like a lot of us are getting activated. Like, they're always telling me to talk about Heyokas and stuff all the time. I got like probably about 2,000 videos of Heyokas. A lot of people are like, I hear different people talk about them, but you got the most Heyoka videos. I've been threatened. Like, it's like, you better not make Heyoka videos. I was like, number one, you can't threaten me. You cannot threaten me. I've had people put death threats on me about making them. I'm like, look, if God, tell me to make them, I'm going to make them, know when different summits is coming out. They even have some on off season. Well, I'm not supposed to know, but yet I know. It's weird. But there's a lot of different things that's going on where there's a lot of them being initiated. And it's just like a lot of people don't think they're Heyokas. But I said, if you're drawn to the video, pretty much you are. You just don't know it yet. You're starting to figure out what they were. Like I said before, when I had my first dream, I thought a chief was calling me out my name. I said, you trying to call me a hoe? I'm like, you call me that one more time, Chiefy, we gonna have a problem. And it was like a real funny dream, but it's just like, you're becoming that. And it's just like, when things are starting to become harder, it's because you're becoming stronger. And it's just like with my situation, they become very intimidated by that, because it's no matter what they do, they keep becoming fearful because they don't want me to obtain that truth. And they already know I know the truth, and they're getting mad because they can't stop me from knowing my truth. It's just like, I know there was black magic put on me today. I know, throughout the week they keep on getting tarot readings, and they get mad because the outcome's supposed to change. It's going to change, but it's not in your favor. I keep on telling them, you don't realize, and it's just like, you think I'm putting, a psychological game on you to get you to stop. No, you can keep doing it, but you don't realize the more you keep on trying to do, voodoo and hoodoo on me, and doing these things with chicken bones and stuff like that, and sacrificing animals, you don't realize you manifesting it to come quicker. And so you keep on doing it if you want to. You are making it happen for me. So you doing me a favor. So keep doing the black magic. It's making me more aware of what you're doing and how you're doing it and all that stuff. And I said, I'm not going to say the rest because I'm not giving it away. You just making it quicker for me. So if you want to keep on doing black magic, hey, you doing, whatever you're fearing to not want happen, you're making it happen. So I appreciate it. Keep doing the black magic, boo-boo. You just going to make it happen for me quicker. So, I'm not, that's why I said, God was like, don't worry about it. And I said, I'm not going to say anymore. But, like I said, you want to keep putting black magic on me, go ahead. You are manifesting it quicker by doing that. And it was just like, cause at first I was getting mad, like, God, because I was just like, they're trying to close my third eye down. You can't do that. I'm very well protected. It's like, oh, we're not doing black magic on you. Are you crazy? I said, yeah, you keep saying that because it's not working. And and I already got the up and up on that. It was like, yeah, they don't realize everybody knows that what you fear is your reality. And they fear for this to come out, because you already know if this comes out, that's identity theft. You sign my name to something. You put me as incompetent, mentally incompetent. Then I got back that you said I was dead or I'm in a crazy home. All this other stuff. And I'm just like, that's federal charges, dude. Attempted murder for hire, all that other stuff. I was like, this situation is crazy. And a lot of things that you're going through on your personal, like if you tell people what's going on with you, it's going to be like, are you serious? You're going through stuff like that? I'm not talking about just my situation alone, but whoever watches this video, you tell somebody your situation. You can even make a movie out of your situation. Like, are you serious? You're going through stuff like that? Yeah, you are. And you don't realize the more traumatic situation you're going through, and you overcome that, you're going to have strength that's going to make you a beast, because you're going to have people come at you sideways, and you're going to think in the back of your mind, if these people obviously do not have no clue of what you went through, because if they did, they would think twice for approaching you in a sideward way, not knowing if you actually come out of character on this person. Because you're going to be, after all is said and done, it's going to take an army to be able to bring you out of your character, because you've been through so much. You're not going to allow just anything to bring you out your character, because you went through so much. It'll be like, okay, you're a petty joke. But it'll be that point, if you come out of character, it's going to be you more scared of them than you being scared of them. You being scared of them, you're going to be more scared of yourself than be scared of them. But it'll be at that point, it's just my message to you. Allow yourself to not give in. I know it's at times you're going to be wanting to, because it'll be the fact is you have done so much of the work and you're seeing so little results. It'll be at that point you're probably telling God, can you please do more action than it is, talk. You doing too much talking and so little action. It'll be at that point where you're so tired of being reminded that blessings are coming. You're just ready to see your blessings. You're just tired of always hearing about it. You're ready to see your blessings. But it's just at that point in time. Now, you have to keep reminding yourself you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. There'll be so many enemies that are out there that's attacking your character, making you victimized and feel violated in so many ways. Keep reminding yourself, God sees all. God knows exactly what's taking place. And this is where your fuel to keep going for. Use those same things, all the bricks and rocks that are being thrown at you, build you up, add that to your boundary, keep breaking it up. Okay, allow people to be in your life that deserve to be there, and keep all them people that that's trying to bring you back to that place that you done rose away from, or you done leveled up from. And I have to remind myself that stay away from people that are trying to bring out that character that you don't work hard to get away from, and because you don't deserve to be there. And trust and believe God see everything that's going on. And pretty soon it'll be at that point where you don't even have to sit up here and prove a point to anybody. It'll be their character will be showing on its own. So I hope you are able to resonate with the content of this video. Much love to everybody. I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend. Please be responsible and safe in every single thing that you do. Make sure you give out much love through energy, vibrations, words, joy, and love. And I hope you have a blessed rest of your days. And shalom. I say much love. God bless. Peace. Namaste.